this morning. Quite a dull morning, but the wind's dropped off. It's been very, very windy for the last few days. And I'm all right next door to the road here at Middlewich, so it's quite noisy in the background, so I'm not going to say too much. I'm recording with my new GoPro this morning, I'll let you know that. The only thing I haven't got set up yet is the external microphone. I didn't realise you need to buy an adapter kit before you can plug that in. So that's something else I've got to get sometime, but that's not today. Obviously I'll think about that because it's quite expensive. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go on that. I might just use the external microphone to record with my new phone I've got now. I might use it on there. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to save up and buy the adapter kit to use on the GoPro. Well, I'm going to turn around and we're going to head in that way. Unfortunately, a boat's just gone by, so I'm going to be following them up the locks, which is not ideal, but yeah, I can't odds that, can I? Hopefully, a boat will come down in between. So I've got to turn around, yes, anyway, so anything could happen. Well, I was just about to move off. I've started the engine, and I realised that the boat behind me is going to move off. And as I want to turn the boat around, I don't want to get in his way, so I'm going to let him move off before I set off. Well, I'm making the turn at the moment. I've got the bow up against the bank, and I'm just slowly kicking the back end around. Swinging around quite nicely here. Smooth, not to be confused with this, which is gorse, which is very prickly. I've been filming this video so far with my new camera, and I film it all with the new camera. Up to now, or even in the next few clips, I've had some problems with the sound quality. It didn't seem to start recording sound properly until it's recording for a few seconds. I'm not sure what was up, but since then I've now got a clip which goes round with a separate microphone on, and it has improved immensely. So bear with me, these were some teething problems on the early days of the new camera. I'm pretty sure there was absolutely nothing wrong with the camera. I'm pretty sure it was operator error. What I didn't realise was that the camera had a voice activated command you could give to start recording. Well, I didn't realise this, and I just thought I was recording when it wasn't. It may have been actually recording, but it wasn't actually gone into the sound because it hadn't been told to do so, basically. Anyway, I've turned all that off now, so it's all manual. I'm much better off just being manual. I've also left a lot of this in, so you can see the problems I was having. I like to bring you exactly what is happening and what's going on at the time. So if something goes wrong, I'll let you see it. So the lock is full. I am going to have to empty it. There wasn't people coming down. It must have been the people going up in front of me, just obviously being slower than I thought they'd be, and we're just leaving the lock when we looked up. Well, as I'm locking up today, I will be using my ladder, which everybody seems to wonder why I have this on the roof of the boat. The first piece here, sits against the hatch at the top here. It makes it easier for me to climb onto the roof to get up onto the lock ladder. It's a very leaky lock, and I've got a lot of water splash over the front of the boat. So I always ride the front, that way it doesn't go backwards and forwards in the lock. Once you're up against the front, it will sit there. Some workmen up there. Someone's been cutting grass into the canal. That's almost my first lock done for the day. That's one down, 3 to go today. Sun's trying to come out. Here we have what Middlewich is famous for, which is salt. Dates back to the Roman times. All the towns around here ending in Wich, like Middlewich, Northwich, Nantwich, they're all related to the Romans, Wich meaning salt. There seems to be a lot of cormorants along this stretch. Well, I just stopped here by Bridge 161 and walked up to, looks a bit like a shed up there, little farm shop. Got a sign here, farm shop 50 yards. It's quite small, they don't have an awful lot in there. I didn't take the camera with me, I never even thought about it at the time. They've got some unusual things though in there. Besides regular eggs, there are duck eggs, quail eggs, goose eggs, and turkey eggs. There's fresh rhubarb, fresh potatoes, fresh carrots. And some homemade jams and that sort of thing. It's quite a nice little place, and it's an honesty box system. You can post your notes into the sort of a letterbox thing, and you can collect the small change sitting in a little cash box there. I just spent the exact right amount for what I bought. I bought £5 worth of stuff and put a £5 in. It seemed the easiest way to go to me. Yeah, passing this way, perhaps it's worth a stop. Well, the real nice thing about today is that wind has dropped tremendously been absolutely howling the gale for the last few days. That's dropped, and the sun's come out. Yesterday the sun was out most of the day. It was such a cold wind. But today, oh, I'm baking. I should be mooring up quite soon. I'm not going very far today. I was just doing those 4 locks. I'm going to moor up what I call the allotment moorings. I've shown you the allotments there before, I think, but I'll show you when I get there. I do notice that there's actually, looks like there's a couple of moorings along here, non-towpath side. If they're private or what, I don't know. But this is the outskirts of Sandbach here. Well, I'm all moored up. That's what I call the allotment mooring, because there is allotments over there. You may not realise, but that was actually really the first day I actually used my new camera. I had lots and lots of teething problems with it, with fisheye and sound quality and all that sort of thing. I'm pretty sure it's not the camera's fault. I'm pretty sure it's my fault. I didn't understand the differences between my GoPro 8 and this GoPro 12 and how to use it properly. You may think, well, you've done other videos before that were good, which were okay for sound and everything. That's because I actually filmed them after this, but they came out before this. Especially the Wednesday videos. I'm really right up to date with the Wednesday videos. I'm basically producing the Wednesday videos and uploading them almost immediately, where the cruising videos I'm still 2 or 3 weeks behind on. I like to have that little bit of backlog on the cruising videos, because if I get stuck like I am at the moment, I haven't been able to move because different things are going on, I've got videos I can still bring to you. So that's why they're always running a little bit behind. So my apologies for, there's a lot of poor quality in that video. You wouldn't believe how long that video started off to be. That was over 16 minutes of video. I cut out so much because of the real poor quality, and I didn't want to put you through all that pain of watching some real poor quality sound, where it's all gurgling. Yeah, it was horrible. Perhaps I'll put up a video of outtakes. I don't know yet. I might do it. Well, of course, that brings me to the end of the video. A big thank you goes out to everybody out there that supports the channel via all the different means you do. I forget half of them there to list them all off. Well, I don't really, because it's Patreon, PayPal, members, super thanks, super chats, coffee. And I think that's about it, but there might be others. Or people sending me stuff, of course. That's absolutely brilliant as well. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that old bell notification button and all options. That way, YouTube should inform you every time I upload a new video. But if you really want to know, it's normally 4 PM on a Saturday and 4 PM on a Wednesday. Not very difficult, is it, to remember? Well, that just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.